Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to play the AD2L Season 41, 10 Toes versus Grin Scythe in the Conqueror division. We're going to be banning out a couple of heroes here, and let's go through them. Right now we have the Venomancer, Axe, Brood, and Night Stalker bans. Venomancer and Axe are going to be banned out. Both great heroes I've talked about constantly. And the Hoodwink, which is probably and the Dark Willow, the two best position 4s in the game right now. And we're going to go down. We see the Broodmother's banned, so I wonder if somebody on 10 Toes is playing that. We saw how good the Night Stalker is in 2 games ago with, I believe it was Dually Truck Dumpster Fire versus Dually Truck Gas Gremlins. So if you want to go check that out, you can. Batrider. First ban of Batrider I've seen in weeks of picks. Disruptor is the first pick by Grin Scythe. I think that's a good choice. He was nerfed a little bit with his shard on the big patch, but I think he's still viable to play. Marcy, great choice. Even as it's right now, it can be a flex. You know, it can go in the support role or in a core role. So you have a little bit of variation there. Also, the innate ability, you get flying couriers off the bat, which is so helpful. You know, you're able to get around the map, and your courier can just fly over stuff to get to you much faster than 10 Toes. You don't think it's going to be that, Grin Scythe, you don't think it's going to be that big of a deal until you're getting items much faster than the other team. A couple bands are going to be coming out from Grin Scythe. Here is going to be the Ursa and the Faceless Void. Two good heroes. I don't think the Faceless Void is that great, but maybe they're worried about it, or they know something I don't, which would not be a surprise because I'm a blithering moron. Storm Spirit is going to be picked up as a ban on 10 Toes. I've talked about how good Storm Spirit can be in the mid lane against other heroes. I think he's probably one of the better mid laners right now. Shadow Demon is picked up as well by 10 Toes. And the counter pick is the Centaur War Runner. I do like Centaur. You know, you can use that ult to get in and out of fights. It's really useful. And the Dark Willow is banned, so you don't have to worry about your whole team getting ulted and then brambled instantly. So it's really nice. And he gets really tanky as well, which is not a problem when you need somebody that needs to stand up in the front line. The only downside might be the Shadow Demon creates illusions, and the illusions go kill people or are very tanky. You know, so... But if you're using Shadow Demon Disruption on the Centaur War Runner, that means it's not used on somebody else. So maybe it turns out well. Grin Scythe is burning a lot of their time right here, a lot of their reserve time for their third pick. Now, you could pick up a second support here, thinking about it. It looks like it might be a Zeus. That could be a flex. We did see Sicker play a support Zeus twice in a row yesterday. It felt okay. I don't know if it felt that great, but it might have won their second game there. So, you know, this isn't the only team that could do it. They can also throw it mid as well. I'm going to be picking up. We can see what happens here. This is going to be a third pick by 10 Toes, really thinking about it. Most likely an off-lane pick. Could pick up something like a Slardar. I think the Axe is not in the pool anymore. And pick up a Sven. Okay, could be a carry Sven. Could be a, you know, an off-lane Sven. Don't know. Okay, most likely a carry Sven with the Slam pick of the Tide. This is good. The Marcy might rotate a lot with the Tide. We talked about this last game in the Dually Truck versus Dually Truck game. The Tide Hunter can be left alone a decent amount because he is tanky and able to purge off those spells. And you can go stack or go gank other lanes. Leshrac is going to be picked up by Grin Scythe, most likely for the mid lane. Huskar is banned. A lot of strange bans here, but I wonder if 10 Toes plays weird heroes in that middle lane.
5 seconds remain.
We're going to be looking at our last 3 bans here. 2 on 10 Toes and 1 on Grin Scythe. Now, it looks like 10 Toes is going to be looking for a mid hero, and Grin Scythe is looking for a carry. What goes against Sven very well? I don't know.
Dire's ban.
Medusa, okay. So Grin Scythe has a ban here, and they're going to pick.
Only 10 seconds.
Do you...
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry. Dire team are now picking.
They banned the Coddle, which I think is alright. They banned a lot of mid heroes. Do you pick Chaos Knight? How does...
10
No.
seconds to pick.
I feel like Sven does very well
5
against the Chaos
seconds.
Knight.
Hurry, hurry.
What does Muerto look like? They picked the Lifestealer. That's probably a better choice. They insta-picked the Razor. Holy shit. They didn't care what you picked. They were ready for it. God damn. Ew, that Sven Blade is absolutely disgusting. Everybody needs to chip in and get him a new one of those. That shit is awful. Holy. Okay. Everybody knows what they want to play here. It's actually very good. I like it. You know, all these tentacles on the razors kind of give me some heebie-jeebies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some artwork type stuff, you know? So, alright. Tidehunter is going to get that Krill Eater. We saw how big he can get at that level 25. Marcy, 9 commands in 15 matches. Nice work. Somebody start reporting this guy. Last match is Zeus, 13 and 6 in the last 20. Now, if you add that up, that only goes up to 19. He's only played 19 games as Zeus. That's all he needs, baby. All right. Razor immediately sprints out. He says, I'm going. All right, we're going, gone. And going to be smoking up as 4. They're going to get aggressive here, but they're going to split up. And they ping over here. They say, hey, go over here. And lots of voice line, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, Sven. Okay, the Zeus is going to be walking up first. It looks like it is going to be a support. Zeus places the ward. The Sven comes out with the stun here, and nothing else is going to come of it. Now, we were in 2x speed until the stun came out, and you saw it slow down. That's because we're in 1x speed right now. Don't want to let anything go. The Razor with the... Oh, the Razor does not get the pickup, but he gets to get the speed up by the Marcy there. There was a lot of slows with that Blood Grenade and the slow from the Thunder Strike, so I had to be careful. The Marcy with the pickup, absolutely fantastic. He does not have a jump for 11 seconds, so he's got to be very careful. Sherry taking a lot of damage. Got to be careful. Nice. We're going to go bottom here. And Zeus is taking a lot of damage from this Shadow Demon and the illusions he has. Wait, no way. No way he's... Okay, alright. That was very careful. Alright, so we're going to introduce everybody on the team because we want to know who is playing and who's playing against, alright? And this will let you know who to cheer for. Alright, in the first slot, we have a Sven being played by Bulbino for the team 10 Toe. And we have... He's going to be supported by a Shadow Demon, Ren. Is going to be doing a lot of damage to this Zeus. This Zeus has a lightning bolt, but he says, I don't need the lightning bolt to let me know what I need. And he's going to de-ward this, so they know they have a ward up here, just to be careful. He does have a lightning bolt, so you probably should have left that. So we're going to go to the mid lane. We have a Razor being played by Tarotatingus. I'm never saying that. You're just going to be Toronto because I don't care. Alright, in the top lane, we have a support Marcy being played by Sherry, who has that rebound level 1, was able to save her mid laner when he was getting gone on. And last but not least, we have the off-laning Tidehunter played by himself, Rhino. Alright. Now, against this, alright, we have the carry for Grin Scythe is going to be Simba, playing that Lifestealer. And he's going to be supported by Revamp on that Disruptor. In the mid lane, we have Phoenix. Not playing Phoenix. He's going to be playing that Leshrac. Going to get linked by the Razor, taking a little bit of his damage. and they're both going to go for water runes most likely. We're going to go back to this bottom lane here, and we're going to introduce, we've got KCMJ. He's going to be playing that Centaur War Runner, and last but not least, we have the Zeus being played as a position 4 by Muff Jets. All right, I'm pretty sure I slaughtered that, but that's going to be okay. Nice. Now that we've introduced everybody, you know what to do. You know who to cheer for. Find a team, and you'll be doing fantastic. All right. That's really what we're here for. Now, you're thinking, and am I going to talk about it? And absolutely I am. Okay, this is the Conqueror division. All right. This is going to be aimed at Ancients, all right? So if you're an Ancient player and you want to come play some AD2L and people that are ranked just like you, think like you, talk like you absolutely can come do it, all right? We'd love to see you. It happens every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? We'd love to have you in Season 41 as a stand-in. In Season 42, if you bring you and 4 of your friends, you can come in and play. All you got to do is register, and we'd love to have you right now. Now, let's say you aren't an Ancient player. That's okay. We have divisions from beginner to immortal. You can queue up for anything you would like as long as you fit in the bracket. All right? So, let you know. Come join us. Burr, burr. God Gamer Alert. God Game Alert. Burr. Love it. I can't... You know, there's so much all chatting in this game, I just can't keep up with it. We're going to be taking a little bit of damage onto the Centaur War Runner, stunning him out, doing a lot of damage back, is with the Sven slapping him up with that big, ugly sword of his. He's okay. The poison is going to come down. The Centaur War Runner has 4 or 5 stacks on him right now. That's it. And he hits him with the crutch. Like the Thanos snap. Half this lane is gone. He can't take it anymore. Ren doing a great job. We're going to go to this top lane. Marcy, not going to be doing a whole lot in this top lane. Gets a little damage onto her, and it's just going to be standing next to this Tide with that Thunderstrike on him. He says, hey, I'm going to get Thunderstruck. You're going to get Thunderstruck too, all right? This is the ACDC challenge. Oh, Razor's going to be picking up the Water Rune. Spends a lot of damage, but hey, you know what? The tip comes out. He says, you know what? I don't care if you take the Water Rune because I do magic damage. And what you going to do? Oh, little cute kisses out. Coming? All right, doing damage onto this Centaur War Runner. Uses the double edge onto the creep there. Now, you know he's going to have that horsepower, right? Centaur gains movement speed based on his strength with the big stomp and the double edge onto the Shadow Demon. He says, hey, I saw you kill me earlier. Yeah, with my horns. All right, we're going to go back bottom. Now, you know he has that horsepower facet because he's got the double bracer and no boots, and he's just fast as fuck, boy. I could outrun him if I wanted to, but I don't. All right. Now, that's going to get more movement speed, the more strength he has, so you got to be careful. He might pick up a 3rd bracer, and he's just going to run you down. You've got to be careful. He's going to turn into Usain Bolt and just chase you. Okay, like I said, the Marcy is going to come gank mid. This is a very important part of the position 4 role. You know, the Marcy can leave the lane, is probably going to go stack here. The Tide can be left alone a little bit, but not too much. Now he's going to be charged down with the Lifestealer. Oh, he purges it, but he's going to get glimpse back, and he's going to get 2 tapped, and Revamp does get the kill. The little high five to After Effect. They say, hey, great job, and you're good to go. Okay, Marcy is going to get rid of the ward middle, is going to stand and grabs the haste, goes running for the Leshrac. Leshrac is going to pick up that bounty rune, is going to be popping in and out that null talisman. Now, if you don't know what that does, okay, you're thinking, why is he putting that in his backpack? Well, that's because, oh, the Link comes in and he's going to be going in. They toss him back as well, and this, nice, good kill. Based. Oh, God, they got the glimpse back. Now, we'll talk about that in a second. So, we're going to go back here, okay? The Leshrac was putting his null talisman in his backpack because you're going to get more out of that bottle charge when your items are in the backpack when they're not, all right? Versus when they're not. So, if you got something that gives you mana and you need mana off this bottle, put it in your backpack and bring back in. You've got an extra mana for 6 seconds. They're going to be running at this Tide again with the slows from that open wounds and the slows from that thunder strike, all right? I know what the spells are called. I just like looking at them. Don't at me, all right? Now, Tidehunter was killed, and he teleported back in. He forgot that the Disruptor had the glimpse, so all he did was glimpse him, and he went back to base, because that glimpse is gonna transfer you, right? Whenever back to where you were 4 seconds ago. So you TP in like this Razor, you get hit with a glimpse 4 seconds ago, you're going to be back to where you were. All right, the Razor's going to be blink in onto this Lesh, but they're going to be able to ult on the Centaur War Runner, and they turn around and they kill the Marcy. And got game alert, got gamer detected. Gosh. Okay, the Razor's going to be coming back in. He's going to do a lot of damage onto the Zeus, who is getting super aggressive on the Tidehunter. Tidehunter says, hey, I don't know who you think you are, but... And the Sven ult is going to come out. He's going to be protecting this mid tower. The Lesh is going to pick up an illusion rune. He says, all right, I'll go back mid. I'm not no worries on this. Now, the Shadow Demon, he's stunned. He's stun locked right here. He has no idea what to do. He's just going to spin around in circles like he's on a carousel or something, okay? He's like, my carry's gone. I'm in the lane alone. All right? It's like when your mom gets to the register and says, I'm going to go pick something up. All right? You just hold my place in line. And then you're standing there at the register and they're looking for somebody to pay. And you're just like, I don't know what to do. That's what the Shadow Demon's doing right now. You got to be careful of it. All right? You know, you got to think, you could putting him in a tizzy here. He doesn't know what to do without his cores. Zeus is going to be coming de-warding, grabs the big obs ward from the Razor. Razor is not able to deny it, unfortunately. Sven is going to take these stacks that have been made. I don't know who made them. I'm going to assume it was the Razor or the Shadow Demon. Okay, they're going to be running into the... oh, no, they're going to be running into the high ground stacks in the triangle, and they're running right at the Tidehunter. Tidehunter's taking a lot of damage here. And does he go down? They do have Ancient Stack. He goes down to the Zeus. Okay, the Razor's going to be up here a little slowly. And they're going to be looking at the Lesh. The Centaur ult does come out. They're going to be looking in, but it's not going to be able to get anything because of it. And it looks like the Lesh was able to TP out. They're going to be looking to take these Ancients. They're going to take them. And it is stacked by the Marcy. So like I said, you want to go into the jungle and stack this, but you have to make sure you're able to take the stacks. Which is half the battle right now. You know? That Tidehunter, he's trying his best. He has that Anchor Smash level 3, but he's got to be able to get in there and tank him and, you know, and do the damage. So, wasn't that able to do it, so he does give it up to the rest of his team, which is all right. Jump in. Oh, very far jump in, and they're going to toss him back. No, he's on the creep, and Sven rips off his shirt. He says, you're going to look at my red shirt now, bucko. What are you going to do about it? And the Lifestealer jumps in a creep and sprints away. He says, buddy, that's not me today. Shadow Demon does have his ult. He can use it. So, we haven't talked about Shadow Demon a lot. I think this is the first game we've casted with him in it. And we're going to go over his spells just a little bit. Just the ones he's leveled up right now. And we'll talk about the ones later. So, Disruption is going to banish somebody for 2.75 seconds and makes 2 illusions. Those illusions are not going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to take a lot of damage. Now, it can be very useful to save your teammates or be aggressive and set up for spells. We might see it later, like we saw in the top lane, right? Shadow Demon used the Disruption and then wanted the Marcy to jump on him, but it was not going to happen. Now, you can use the Link from the Razor and then the Disruption, and it will get that extra damage. They're going to do a lot of damage to toss back onto the Lesh, and he goes down to the 3 here. Nice work. And it looks like they're going to be able to push this tower. So, next skill is going to be the Shadow Poison, right? He's going to throw a Shadow Poison wave in front of him. They're going to be looking to get the Zeus with the speed, but he's going to be running off. Disruptor TP's middle as well. You got to be careful about that. So he's going to throw that poison, and it's going to do damage, right, initially. And then afterwards, it's going to do damage on stacks. So that was the Shadow Poison right there. So he's got 1 stack, and he's about to take 60 damage. These will stack up, okay? So you can get, you know, max stacks to multiply is 5. So every time you get an extra stack, you can take extra damage. Got to think about that. You know, when you have 5 on you, it's insane amount of damage. That's what happened in that bottom lane for First Blood. He threw that 5th stack on him and hit him with that Thanos snap, and he was gone just like that. All right. And they're going to be running out the Razor. They do have the glimpse if they need it. They're getting through the Static Storm, but he doesn't really need it. And they're going to go down with the Zeus ult as well. Throwing the 3 ults onto the Razor mid here, and he's going to be able to get him. All right. And last but not... And so this Shadow Poison release is that Thanos snap. The Demonic Purge is going to be his ultimate and probably one of his most useful skills, okay? It's going to purge 300 damage on an enemy. And it also removes all positive buffs and slows. We're going to go top here. We do see a lot of pings come out. This Finn takes off his shirt. He's going to be running at the Leshrac. Leshrac is trying to get away. He throws the stun. And the Lifestealer is just hitting him the entire time. He's able to get the kill. They're going to be going in. Lifestealer jumps into a creep. He's going to blow up. And he gets the second kill. But they're able to trade onto the... Leshrac. Leshrac is going to be dead. They're going to be running at the Lifestealer at the Dispersion. Or the Disruption. Going to go in, but the illusions are blocking, so it cut the link, but that's alright. He does have a Mask of Madness on the Razor. Kind of crazy. Going to be looking for the Disruptor here. Going to see him with the Vision? No, he's not, and that's alright. He turns back around. He's going to say, hey, I'm going to hit this tower, and that's okay. He does see the Disruptor now. He does have a Link in 18 seconds. Going to be running in. Okay, the Lifestealer is going to be going on him. They do have him in the field. The Disruption is going to come out to say, hey, stop hitting my man. And Lifestealer is going to run at him while the Leshrac is going to go on the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is going to go down to the Lightning Bolt. And the Razor stayed too long. And got Gamer alert. Got Gamer detected. God bless. Oh, man. You had to be careful. I said you get a couple hits and you leave. And they didn't. They stayed for far too long, you know. They got too excited. So, no, so there you go. That's that Demonic Purge we're going to talk about. His last ability he just leveled up is Disseminate, all right? Whenever the target takes damage, you cast this on somebody. All enemies, including the target itself and an enemy, within 675 range of the target also receive a portion of that damage, all right? So, shared damage is 20%. You cast it on somebody, and they do damage. It's kind of like Fatal Bonds, but been in a circle. Throw that Disseminate in a circle for me, baby. All right, Leshrac is going to be taking this top tower with that Diabolic Edict, just taking it over and over and over, doing damage, just pushing super hard. What do? They say, hey, you can do a little bit of damage, but we're going to TP bottom trying to get a kill on this Centaur War Runner. And the Razor has his ult popped. He's ready to go. He does have that Mask of Madness. The Marcy is here, ready with the rebound, ready to give him that move speed that he needs. You know, Razor is going to be extremely fast with the Storm Surge and the boots with the Mask of Madness. And if you're able to get a rebound on him, he's just, you know, he's flying around the map. Toronto is fantastic at doing that. I love to see it. So, there we go. We've talked about the Shadow Demon, just in case you need to know. Gonna be going smoking bottom, like I said, probably running at the Centaur. Centaur does have a blink and an ult, so he might be able to get away. Oh, the stop! Oh, he's able to blink out! Huge blink by the Centaur. Oh my god. And the voice lines as well. The voice lining in this game is just insane. It's wild. I love it. I love a little yapping in my games. Okay. You know, like I say, right? I say it all the time. You know, Dota is not just a physical game, right? It is also a mental game. If you can keep the PMA, right? They say it all the time. PMA is good, right? If you can keep the positive mental attitude on your team on the up and up, you're going to keep your team alive. Even if you're in a losing game, it can turn the game around. They're going to use that Zeus ult to scout. They're going to see nobody's here, and it's not going to smoke on anybody, right? But if you can turn it around, okay, you have somebody that's able to keep that PMA up. You can turn it around and get the enemy's mental crushing it, right? With these voice lines, with outplaying them, right? With having somebody just doing super well. Alright, it's gonna do things to destroy the enemy's mental, and you're gonna win games, I promise. Okay? Don't get muted, though. Don't say anything too toxic, alright? You want to be a little toxic, but nothing that's gonna get you banned, alright? Don't come in here and say, hey, you said to be, you know, say some crazy shit. I didn't say that. The Centaur is going to come out onto, they're going to static storm onto one, but it's going to banish and grab the Centaur. They're going to be walking away. They're going to be able to take the Shadow Demon as well, but it's going to save the Razor. They take both supports, and the Tide Hunter says, I have no teleport for 35 seconds, so I'm just going to farm your jungle and grab your neutral items. And Sven says, I'm down here. I'm going to push. And now you know everybody is up here. We just saw them fight underneath the tower. They might have teleports, but you can be a little aggressive right now. Takes off his shirt. He says, a little aggressive. You think anything I do is little right here, big butt? And he's going to take the tower. He says, all right, boop, boop, done. It's Jover, brother. I ain't trying to argue with you. Okay, they're all going to teleport. They're all going to teleport, except for the Zeus. They're trying. They're trying to see if anybody's here. The Zeus is going to show himself. The Marcy's right here. She has the jump. Oh, they're going to kill this. They're going to kill this Sven. Wait. How deep was Sven? Okay, I said be a little aggressive. He took off the shirt. He said, I don't know what a little aggressive is. You see my muscles? You know, I hit the gym 7 days a week, son. I said, all right, man. You can calm down. Calm down. Put the shirt back on. It ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. You know? So it's all right. You know? Razor's going to be popping those ults here all the time with his Mask of Madness. He's trying to farm up as much as he can, get as much gold, circle that shit in, trying to make space for his team, do whatever he can. Going to be going for that BKB, you know, I guess second item, the Mask of Madness. You can call it a first item, but usually people don't. Nice. They're going to be going for this bottom tower. They do have a Leshrac in the vicinity if they want to take it. The Lifestealer says, do we want to take it? Yes, sir, we do. We're going to go for it. Lifestealer, you got to get these last hits in, all right? You know, you only have 28. I need more than that. You know, you've only got 28, brother. Okay, you're gonna get health from these denies. All right, you need to hit those too. This one, boom, 2 health right there. Boom, 2 health right there. Come on, where's that 2 health? All right, the TP in from the Marcy and from the Tide. Tide is gonna be ready. He has the Ravage in a second. He's gonna use it. They see 2 underneath the tower. It's gonna hit on both of them, and they're gonna take out the shirt and they're gonna go in. The Centaur Warriors is gonna be charging through everybody. He's gonna manage. The Centaur is gonna be fighting everybody with the Disruptor ult on top of him, and the Zeus ult is gonna hit on everybody. Gonna take out the Marcy with it. Okay, they're running at the Centaur. Centaur's gonna hit a 2-man stomp, and they are able to take the Razor with that Link. Just whack, whack, whack. It goes down with the big Sven cleaving as well. Didn't need to use the BKB on the Razor because the Lesh died extremely fast, and everybody had to get away. So that was a huge Disruptor ult, I will say. But the Shadow Demon being able to grab the Centaur so he couldn't do anything was huge to start the fight off. Now, the Lifestealer is still down here. He's just like, hey, man, I'm going to take your creeps. Is that okay? And the Shadow Demon said, yeah. You know, and now these creeps are going to walk away. Is there a reason you don't have the Radiance built? I don't understand. Wait. Did he know the Shadow Demon was there? Wait, hold on. Did he just big brain this? Did he know the Shadow Demon was there? So he disassembled the Radiance, and then when he got made... Ain't no fucking way. Oh, they're gonna smoke. They're going on the Razor on the backside. The Marcy goes through the portal. No, just kidding. The BKB comes out from the Razor. He's gonna link on to the Lifestealer, who jumps inside of the Lesh and explodes back out. The Centaur Warrunner ult is gonna be going on to everybody, and they kill 2. They're going to be looking for a 3rd. The Marcy is just in here deep. I don't know what you're doing, Sherry. Unfortunate. And they're going to run. Got gamer detected. And they're going to go right to the Roche pit. They say, hey, we took that fight and we're going to take more. And the Tide says, hey, buddy, I just want to eat a krillfish. I'm going to push top. Whoa. And there we go. Sven he's like, big bro, I'm going to take my shirt off again. And I'm like, hey, calm down, bro. Calm down. Just go hit some ancients, okay? They're going to teleport onto the tide. They say, hey, buddy, you got to be careful. Are they going to go through the portal? Oh, they see him. No, 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 you saw him. You saw him. You hear him. You see him. Okay, you see him. Oh, no, Tide. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. He's got the high five up. You know what's going to happen. Everybody's up here on the Tide. Tide has the Ravage, but he's not going to get away. They have the Glimpse as well. He's going to swim his way out of this. No, he's not. He's going to go right back in the corner. He's going to try to dip, dive, and dodge, but he's not going to be able to hit the jukes just like me. Oh, he's trying to get in the way, but the Glimpse is going to kill him. Nope, just kidding. KCMJ on that Centaur War Runner is going to hit him with that hoof stomp and that big swing of the axe. Just call him Paul Bunyan because he's going to go down just like a tree. Old feller. Nice job. Alright, Marcy's going to be bottom going for the BKB. Usually we see this on the pause 4 Marcy or the pause 5 Marcy. Picks up a BKB after the phase boots. It allows them to run in and BKB, just punch people. Does a decent amount of work. And it allows them to just stay alive. The Razor is going to be going for the BKB into, who knows? Yeah, it has 1,000 gold. We'll see what he queues up next. The Tide does have the Vlads and was able to pick up the Mage Slayer right before that last fight and is going to go for the Eternal Shroud into the Blink. You know, we see that in his quick buy in the bottom right. Now, if you play with your map over here, you'll see it in the bottom left. But we're civilized over here. It's in the bottom right, just to let you know. Okay, Tide Hunter, we talked about. Sven is going to go for the Blink Dagger. We do see him in the mid lane going to the bottom jungle. They're going to be taking this tier 2 top with the Tormentor going onto the Centaur. Now, we'll talk about that shard just in a second once we get to him. Going for the Blink after the BKB. Same kind of build with the Echo Saber as well. Same kind of build as the Razor. Just wants to be able to get in there, do damage, and try to live. Really is what is his plan right now. So I think it's good. That Blink is going to let him get in. Good tip out onto the Razor, I guess. All right. And last but not least is going to be the Shadow Demon. It has those healing boots and is going to be going for the Drums of Endurance. And he's going to try to... That's it from Randy. Thank you, brother, for the follow. We're going to be going on the Shadow Demon, and he has those Drums of Endurance, okay? Now, those are going to build into the Boots of Bearing, which are going to help a little bit get away from the Centaur War Runner when he ults, with the rest of his team chasing down, so you got to be careful there. It's also going to help with the regen, because they don't, I believe they don't break and stop the regen. He has 21 right now, and it's really useful as a support who has no health. Now, we're going to go on to the Disruptor here. We did talk about the Thunderstrike Axe Shard change, right? So, in the past, it was increased range, but now I think they changed it from like an extra 800 to an extra 400, which is, I mean, if you look at it, I think it matched up with the Glimpse. Now, it's still extremely far, and you can put it on the ground so it'll catch somebody. It's huge, right? It's very good. Okay, and we're going to talk about the Leshrac, who has the Bloodstone right now with the BKB, has the Aegis of the Immortal. They're going to be taking these tier 2 towers. I don't know if they want to push high ground yet. They might want to be able to take a fight first, and they're going to look for the Diabolic Edict. You know, that's going to be able to take towers. Goes for the Kaya Sange. Now, you're asking, why go for the Kaya Sange? Well... The Kaya Sange is going to give him health. It's going to give him intelligence, which he already has. The slow resistance, because everybody has it. You know, the mana regen amp is going to be great. You know, all these things you want on a Lesh. What do you want? You want health. You want move speed. You want regen on your mana, okay? You don't really care about... attack speed on Lesh. Okay, they're going to Centaur ult. They're going to be going onto the Sven top, who BKBs, and he gets bashed! The Sven is going to get bashed! He's not going to be able to TP now! He already used it. Okay, the Link from the Rage is going to be coming onto the Leshrac, or the Lifestealer, and the Leshrac isn't going to be able to come back top, and the Razor leaves. He says, I'm fucking gone, bro. You're out of your mind to be up here. And they TP out. What a bash! First hit bash there, right? Jesus Christ. Okay, they killed the Sven. We're going to go back to items here. So, that's what Lesh wants. Now, the Lifestealer, we know already has the Radiance. He fucking big-brained earlier while being able to disable it inside the ball so his illusions didn't have it. Fucking huge. Like, actually insane. The Skull Basher is going to be massive as well because he bashes the Sven there without the TP out, and he's going to say, hey, we're good to go. Now, think if he had all those denies. Let's say he doubles his denies right now. He has another, what, 60 health? Okay, they're just going to walk up with the... They said, fuck the Aegis, we don't need it. The Fortify is going to come out, but that's alright. The Lifestealer... He breaks it again! He breaks it again! The stun goes onto the Marcy, who jumps right into it, and they're going to kill her with the Zeus ult. They're going to be running in with the Razor, with the BKB, and the Link, and the ult onto the Leshrac. Leshrac takes a lot of damage, but the Lifesteal is going to jump inside him, and the Ravage is going to come out. No, he gets silenced and stunned! Holy shit, the Marcy's going to buy back, but he dies again, and they're going to go on the Tide. The Tide is going to be stuck out. He's going to Ravage onto 4, but the Lifestealer is not going to get it because he's going to be Rage. They're going to be going in. The Lifestealer is going to be going after the Razor. Gets stunned as well, and stunned again! Oh, this man's going to BKB! He jumps in, he's trying to kill the Lifestealer, and he goes for the Leshrac instead. The Lifestealer just pull out. They have the Conqueror. They're going to glance him back. They're going to be in the counter. Oh, Lord. Holy shit. What a fight uphill. No Aegis. GG's is called. Oh, my God. It doesn't matter if they have the Thanos snap. They're able to take it. Absolutely fantastic from Grin, Scythe. Jesus Christ. Well played.